G'day, after 3 weeks here in the Middle East, it's time to head home to Perth. I've got 2 business class flights today, the first on Saudia and the second on Emirates. Well, this is a delightful airport, huge, monstrous ceilings and lovely lighting, very calm. And there is a dedicated first and business class check-in area for Saudia passengers. And they've got these nice little seating pods here, although this one here needs some attention.
This is our traditional Arabic coffee with cardamom. We serve it with date or ma'moul or pleasure if you want.
Well, at the moment, there's no one in here. I'm the only one being given a tour, but it's quite gorgeous. It reminds me a bit of the lounge I reviewed recently in Hong Kong. Now, there is a grand piano here, which I'm going to see if I can get a play on, but there's also a chocolate station, and I had some chocolates given to me by the organisers at the Grand Prix, and it was a bloody good product. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dark chocolate with pistachio. Got a bite to it. Yeah, I like it. I think I'd like it more if it was milk chocolate, but I'm not complaining. Can we try the hazelnut, please? So this is milk chocolate, and it's made here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's certainly nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I'm on board an Airbus A330. This has 30 business class seats and 300 in economy. Jace is back in economy, but for about $60 Australian, which I'm guessing is 40 US, he got to buy the seat next to him, so he's got 2 seats effectively to himself, which was a pretty good deal. So this flight's 2 hours-ish to Dubai. It's a 222 cabin, but the seats are separated with a divider here, and it's not a bad business class for a daytime flight. It's not as nice as the Gulf Air flight that I came on, but different animal altogether. And here comes a drink.
Please allow me to serve you.
Thank you. Now my seat reclines fully flat. It's got a large footwell down here. We can charge with USB-C cables here. There's 240-volt power. There's a headphone plug over here and a remote control for the in-flight entertainment system. On the right-hand side of the seat here are the controls for the seat, and behind me is a light. Once again, we've been offered dates before we take off, and an Arabic coffee. This one's cardamom. Oh, it's too hot. I don't know how anyone drinks it. I keep saying that, but I have no taste for coffee. Now my cabin crew member is Pakistani, and she has recommended I try this bellissimi drink. Let me tell you about it first. This is a recreation of a sparkling drink with simplicity and authenticity that will delight my palate. And it is lovely. It's a bit like a sparkling mineral water with a fruit juice. That is very refreshing. And we get these nuts. About 40 minutes into the flight, lunch was served, and it was a salad with no dressing and pretty much just lettuce. Ordinary. But the prawns, there were 2 of them, cold, tasty, and the main course was some lamb with a magnificent mashed potato, or tomato sauce, some spinach, and a corn cob. And that was definitely a restaurant quality meal. I'm giving that an 8.2 out of 10. We were served 2 bread rolls with no butter, oil, or balsamic vinegar, and these were dry, and I wouldn't rate them. And as for the dessert, it was some creamy thing with like a biscuit, like a sponge base. Average, 5 out of 10. Definitely the standout though was the lamb. We're just on final approach into landing, and we're flying over those amazing islands. Well, there's one whole set that aren't developed at all, and then there's one, the Palms, which is something phenomenal from the air.
Thank you, guys. Have a nice day. Enjoy.
Unfortunately, Saudia Airlines and Emirates aren't linked, so we have to go through immigration, pick up our bags, clear customs, and come back in and check it in for the Emirates flight tonight. But we've got the best part of 9, 10 hours here. We might have misjudged the walk from one terminal to the next, because at the moment we're down here in some underground road area on a very rocky path. It's about a 10-minute walk with luggage. Well, I was just asking about how it's possible for me to upgrade from business to first, and this lovely young lady here says, no, you're in first already. So maybe I got bumped. Gosh, that's great. Got to be lucky sometimes. It might have cost me about 30,000 points or a considerable amount of cash. Now, of course, I'm on first class on an aeroplane, but they don't have first class on the train that goes from A to B. But today, I brought my own divider, and it's working a treat. We're going to stay here and have unlimited food and drink for 8 hours before our flight takes off. And there are a few better places in the world to have to spend 8 hours eating and drinking than this lounge. Six hours into our 9-hour layover, and I've decided to go and have a shower after having plenty to eat and a little bit of a kip. I'd like to have a shower, please. Thank you. Well, that was an excellent shower, and it's a little bit foggy in here. Well, I'm now suitably refreshed and ready to go back and wait just under 3 hours before I take off on this A380 to Perth, a journey of about 10 hours. Thank you, people. If you've watched any of my past videos, you'll know that I am quite the wine connoisseur, and hence we're here at the bar at the Emirates First Class Lounge, and there are numerous bottles of expensive wine here for me to educate you on. First up, it's an Allion Cab Sauv. I wouldn't drink that. Let's go on to the next one. Talato and Chapoutier. It's Shiraz from the Pyrenees. Okay, it's been well shooken. This is a little sweeter, I'm told. It's a dry sort of taste in my mouth. I'm not a fan of that. A Chateau Larrivé Haut-Brion. This is what we're drinking here. To me, it tastes the same as the other two, with some mild differences. Next up, a white wine, and I believe this is from the same Bordeaux region as the other one. This is a Pape Clément 2015. Nice label. I can't even describe what that tastes like. It tastes yellow to me. Green apple. There you go. Next up, quite dry. It's a very simple label. This is a Chateau de Fusel. Oh, no. Oh, that's offensive. That's your bottle, it's your glass. This is a nondescript smell, sour, and it contains sulfites. This goes back as far as 1831, and there is some of this wine in this glass. Oh, well, this smells dramatically different. Almost tastes like a spirit. We agreed that this one was indeed interesting. Shaw & Smith Sauv Blanc. I could drink that. Best one yet, the Shaw & Smith. On board in first, we're served Dom Perignon, but here in the lounge they serve the business class champagne, which on the flight is Moët. This is a Brut, a Moët and Chandon. Now, I used to love it when they sponsored Formula One in the podium ceremony. I love champagne a whole lot more than I do white or red wine. For me, it's easier to drink and it's less offensive to the palate. Now, I don't want any of you writing in the comments that you're disgusted that I don't drink wine or beer. That's right.
Or anything but Southern Comfort.
I will occasionally have a Southern Comfort or a Jameson's or a Drambuie. I used to drink ouzo as a teenager. So this is the rosé. Now, I've had a bit of this earlier on when I'm talking 6 hours ago today. We've been here a long time. And I prefer this to the regular Moët. It's pink. My choice out of all of these, and what have we tried? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, at least 12 drinks, maybe 14, 15. My favourite is the rosé. So here's cheers to you. Well, this is gate A13, and it's on the same level in the same area that we've been sitting here for 8 hours. So we just walk from that restaurant, that lounge, 200 metres and get straight on here. It's just such a great deal. 1A.
Welcome on board. Nice camera.
Yeah, we mucked up. We went down the elevator and it wouldn't let us take us back up. So we have to do the stairs.
Hello, how are you?
Well, we went the wrong way.
Oh dear.
But I'm over here. This one right here. Seat 1A, very nice. And if you watch my video, what was it, 5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, where I had all 14 seats in this first class cabin on the A380 here on Emirates. It's a pretty good video. Today, I've got one seat. It's absolutely chock-a-block, but I've got a head start here with these beautiful licorice balls covered in chocolate. Can't get enough of them. This one's a lemony taste, mellow yellow. I've just realised my camera bag is too big for me to be able to store it at the footwell here and recline the bed. Not something I've ever had a problem with, because normally there's spare cabins, but today it's chock-a-block, so there's nowhere to put your excess luggage. So it's going to have to go back with Jace in an overhead locker. All right, let's get settled and we'll take off, huh? After 3 weeks away, it's great to see the beautiful clear blue skies of Australia. 8.5 hours sleep is one of my best efforts, and now woken up to dinner as we head into Perth. Arrived at about 5 p.m. Food-wise, I ordered the caviar, which is always excellent, and the tenderloin, which was really tender. But if you're a mustard lover like I am, just ask for mustard, because I didn't realise that they had Dijon on board in these little containers. A couple of things about the Emirates first-class product is that you get these Bowers and Wilkins headphones, and they're so beautifully comfortable, and it makes a huge difference if you're spending 3+ hours watching videos. And the other thing is, I'll say it again, these chocolates, they're just beautiful. They're licorice balls covered in tasty chocolate or outer stuff. Well, that's 2 fantastic flights and a very long layover in Dubai. So we head back into Perth, where it's 32 degrees, and I think I have a lift waiting for me. Well, it's great to be back in Perth after a 26-hour journey with Saudia and Emirates. And an answer to my question posed at the start of this video, is Saudia as good as Emirates? No, very few are as good as Emirates, but for a short 2-hour flight in business class, it was fine. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and for those of you looking to support the channel even more, become a member, and for a whole host of extra stuff, check out my links. Thanks for watching, and stay passionate. Well, I can reveal that we've decided not to go into the city and find a route. Oh!